Hi, my name's Melanie Feldner. I'm the Director of Children's Ministries at Aldersgate and Mechanicsburg, and also a member of the Susquehanna Conference GROW team. And I have a couple of questions for you today. How do you define leadership? And maybe even a harder question, how do you develop leadership? So let me define for you spiritual transformational leaders. Spiritual transformational leaders engage others in abundant Christian love and transform lives wherever they go. Well, that type of leadership can start to develop at even a very early age. We know that we can identify spiritual gifts very early in life. So it is really critical that we have programs available for our young people to get experience in leadership roles, not only within the church, but outside the walls of the church as well. But the reality is, that sounds great, but many of us don't know where to begin. So we're excited to share with you today a pilot program that we've started at Aldersgate and Mechanicsburg called Lead Now. This is an internship program for senior high students that gives them the opportunity to develop and share their gifts and to also begin to enter into the world of leadership. We are privileged to have developed this program with the GROW team led by Kim Shockley and Kevin Witt, also with the conference as a whole and the church here at Aldersgate and Mechanicsburg. So we'd like to share with you some information and let you know that we would love to help and support others who are interested in taking this leadership journey within their own church. But I think it's more powerful to hear from our two interns, Carter Barkley and Max Wagner. They are now about 6 months into their journey, and we are so happy to have them share their story so far. Welcome, Max. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Max Wagner. I'm in 10th grade here in Mechanicsburg.
Hello, my name is Carter Barkley. I am in 11th grade.
Excellent. So Max, tell us about your first experience with leadership.
I think probably my earliest experience was probably leading VBS, the Vacation Bible School here. I led a group, I think, in middle school, and I think that was a good first experience with leadership that I really had. I
would say that back when I was really young, there was a children's director who was kind of noticing that I wasn't really interested in actually being a part of the program, but I was interested in actually helping build like obstacle courses for everybody else to participate in and stuff like that. So they really enabled me to kind of be a little bit creative in that aspect and kind of help grow what people were actually doing inside of their program, which was kind of nice.
Tell us about how that has led you to where you are today.
Well, I think it just started me with some like my leadership qualities and things that I learned about. With the VBS, I really had time to work with other people and lead them in what they were doing at Vacation Bible School, and I think with Praise Team, you need to have a lot of that too, and things that I'm doing here, you need to have a lot of those leadership qualities.
I ended up joining now the current children ministry program, helping out there every week, or almost every week pretty much, and kind of working on getting activities put together and stuff like that for the children's ministry program now. And that kind of led later on to VBS as well, just like Max. And I had some things that I was doing, well, last year I had built a robot or something for VBS, which was really fun. So I just walked around with my robot and people would look at it, ask questions about it, stuff like that. But ultimately, it was the year before where I actually led a group around the church and helped them out there.
So tell us a little bit more about what you're specifically doing in your internship role.
So I started out with my internship working on the website, which I really did enjoy. I worked on the Revolution Youth page, trying to make that look nicer and make it more accessible for everybody. And I worked on some more pages on that, and I think that was the most fun thing I've done here so far, and probably most useful for the church too. I also have been working on some leadership books I've been reading with Pastor Hannah and Sherry Donor, and those have really helped me with the worship team, which I'm on, the youth worship team and the adult worship team, and I think those have really had a good impact on me.
Yeah, so what I'm doing now, and the main thing that I've been doing, is recording, editing, and uploading all of the services. That's been happening for probably a year now, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know quite for sure, but that I've been doing that for a while. But that's just a really big part of my internship, and it's a great time to have I really like editing and stuff like that, so it was something that I was really interested in pursuing.
What would you tell other churches or youth that are considering starting a Lead Now internship program?
I would say it's definitely useful to both the intern and both the church because with the website I was able to develop some of my abilities more and my leadership abilities while also helping the church at the same time. So I think it's really important to do that. And I think with some of my other opportunities, like I led a highway cleanup and things like that, it can really be useful for the future and serving the community as well.
What I would say is try to connect what the youth really enjoys doing to what the church needs, and then kind of from there find what is beneficial for both parties, I guess, and see what works for everybody, and it will end up working really well.
Thank you so much, Max. Thank you so much, Carter. Your role at Aldersgate and Mechanicsburg is truly making a difference and enabling us to do things that we never could have imagined. So thank you, and we're so thrilled to have you on our internship team.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jamie Barkley. I am one of the directors of youth at Aldersgate Church. We were approached by Melanie, who is on staff at Aldersgate and also part of the GROW team, about an opportunity to pilot a youth internship program at Aldersgate. And of course, being the youth directors here, we have the opportunity all the time to see how amazing the youth are and how much they have to offer. So it was a no-brainer for us. We said, yes, we are absolutely in. We want everyone to have the blessing of seeing all the ways our youth can contribute to the church. Our staff has been able to mentor them and allow them to use their gifts and come up with creative ideas to serve. We feel that it is so important to lift up spiritual leaders now and not to wait until they are adults. We pray that it has planted a seed that will allow them to take what they have learned into the world.
Hi, I'm Wendy Streit, and I'm one of the youth directors here at Aldersgate Church. Once we heard about the internship, we immediately jumped into the application and interview process because we knew it was something we wanted to do. Aside from that, you already know who the youth may be. You have in mind, you know who shows up. You know which youth are interested. You know which youth are already being looked up to by the other youth. But despite that, we still go through the interview and the application process. And during that process, it's where we actually learned that Max was interested and had the ability for the website. That is not something that we knew beforehand. So just a note to other churches that might be interested in starting this is don't look too much into a preset idea of what the church needs are, because you're going to learn what your youth can do. The job description really should be based more on the individual youth. Look into their spiritual gifts and their love languages and who they are, and create something unique that will benefit them and the church. Carter had already worked with the technology here at the church, and we knew he was excellent at that. And the other youth had already looked up to Max as a leader, as the leader of the youth praise team. But to watch the process evolve and to see Carter just learn more and more and trying new ideas, and it's such a joy to see Max open up and becoming more of a leader as he's comfortable sharing his gifts. So the best advice we could give to you is absolutely do the program, but just be flexible and adapt as you go. It's a learning experience not only for the youth, but for the youth directors and the church as the whole.
Hi, I'm Jan Hughes, lead pastor here at Aldersgate. Lead Now is an amazing, amazing ministry and internship possibility. When we have the chance to speak into young people's life, to help them to grow and to equip them to be leaders in the church, what God can unleash to them is absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And so in our church and our culture, if there's ever a time that we need heroes, we need them now. And these young people can become heroes, and then they can become hero makers, so that more leaders and more leaders are stepping up to God's will for them. This is a blessing.